What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop. I hope y'all enjoyed that introduction. You know what I mean? That's like my new intro and everything. So I hope y'all feeling it. But today, guys, we're actually gonna get with it. This beautiful game that I've analyzed is very beautiful. It's actually with David Janowski versus Frederich Saemisch, a tournament that was played in 1929. Very awesome game. Before we get into it, I just want to share with y'all like some of their little short history. Not very long, just something real short. I actually went to chessgames.com, which is something that y'all probably could look at. Man, it's very interesting. But something about David Janowski, man, he was born in Poland, and he actually moved to France to actually play. I'm sorry, not France. Well, he relocated to France, but his chess career began in Paris when he won the city championship in the late 1890s, and he started receiving a steady stream of invitations to international events, which is actually pretty incredible and everything. Especially since he won third place in the Vienna tournament of 1898 and second at London the following year. So, and then he had the opportunity to become second with Taras at the huge master tournament. If you look at these hyperlinks, you can actually click on it and view some of the games there. Another interesting thing about him is he actually played a 10-game training match with the world champion Emmanuel Lasker, which was crazy, man. He actually drawn a sort of exhibition match with him just a month before, and also in a 10-game match. This is for further details because you can actually see the games that they played. But he actually lost by the score of +1 equals 2 -7. So he actually lost. So obviously Lasker was a better opponent at that time. But even in 1910, they actually had a championship match in which Janowski even lost that one as well. So it was crazy. And for all y'all that don't know, but Janowski actually played against 10-year-old Samuel Rzeszewski. I can never say his name right, but he played against Rzeszewski. And at the time, if y'all actually read more on this on the articles between Janowski and Rzeszewski, when Rzeszewski beat him because he was 10 years old, when he beat Janowski because he was a grandmaster, he when he won, he said, "I beat a grandmaster. I beat a grandmaster." And can you just imagine like the environment and the reaction on these people's faces and everything? It was pretty crazy. And then obviously, Janowski had to be a sore loser because he was complaining about the tournament. So y'all gotta read deep into the articles and everything. But it's it's an interesting read, I would have to say though. But y'all definitely go check that out though. But and believe it or not, Janowski, he actually died of tuberculosis in a nursing home. So that was pretty crazy though. But yeah, man, he seemed like he was a serious guy. He seemed like he was a serious guy and everything. He comes off as. Even Frederich Saemisch, he was an Australian. He was a smoker for real though. Australian champion in 1921, awarded the Grandmaster title in 1950, and he was actually famous for winning against Richard Reti in 1922. And his best tournament, he finished third at Baden on 1925 after Alexander Alekhine and Akiba Rubinstein won the Vienna in 1921 ahead of Dr. Max Yu. So, which was actually very great. And as he got older, though, he started getting into a lot of time trouble. As they say, he became a notorious time trouble adept. He kept getting in time trouble, and it was to the point where even in the same year of 1969, in both tournaments, he lost all his games on time. But when it came to Blitz tournament, he will win his game, and he won it twice at the age of 61, which was actually very impressive. So definitely a good speed chess player. But he passed away in Berlin, 1975. So I would say they don't have too much information about him, but this is kind of like all you're going to get. But if you look at a lot of his games is he has a few notable games, which is actually pretty interesting. So so now that y'all have it, y'all got a little bit of history of these players and everything, and it's a really interesting read about them, man. Very interesting. A lot of things that I didn't know as well. So without further ado, let's actually get started with this game. David Janowski played as white and Frederich Saemisch played as black. So started D4, knight F6, knight F3, E6, bishop G5, C5, E3, knight C6. As y'all can see, this is the Torres attack. I don't really know too much about this opening, but I did came across of looking at other players' games, and how they usually play it. As far as online wise, it gets pretty interesting and a lot of sneaky stuff. Knight B2, knight B to D2 is played, B6, C3, and I do see these games, y'all, where one may go knight E4, and then if bishop E7, then bishop catches F6, and then if G catches F6, then D5. Hoping that if the E catches D5, then you'll get queen catches D5, and then maybe knight on D6, preventing this bishop from developing. But it really kind of wouldn't matter because he'll always have this bishop B7 check, but that's only after if the bishop wound up taking a knight. So yeah, this becomes interesting, and then I see other stuff where it's like if bishop captures F6, then knight D6 check is king E7. I've seen this in an online tournament. D captures C5, and instead of black taking this, he goes bishop captures B2, and then if rook B1, then bishop C3 check, and then if knight D, and I believe it was on 92. 92 was played. Now I have seen this before. I don't know why I wouldn't play nothing like this. I have seen king E2 been played, and then bishop A6, and then knight goes to B5. I've seen that before, and the whole point of it is you're provoking. The whole point of it is you're provoking the bishop to play A6 so that you can block with the knight, so that the queen can come here to D6. So I've seen that. I personally don't like putting my king in a center like this. I mean, you're pretty much in the same boat. But I guess if you really like the craziness and the whole like both of y'all gotta fight for your life and y'all both not, or y'all both can't castle. So it becomes a very interesting game for real, y'all. It becomes very interesting. Like it's oh man, I don't know anybody that will even. I don't know, man. Unless you got somebody y'all play some crazy stuff, man. Maybe I don't know, but it gets ridiculous, man. All right, y'all. So let's finish where we were going. So C3 is played. Bishop B7. Got to go Bishop B7 to develop, and plus it's a great square um for the light square bishop because you get this long diagonal, and it's active too. Bishop D3, Bishop D3, gotta develop. C catches D4, E catches D4, and then Bishop E7. Of course, Black is developing. So far, so good, right? So knight C4. Knight C4 is played, which is a very great square because you get to capture the knight E5 square, which is pretty good. But obviously, you don't want to go right away because you can always get hit back with D6 as well. So you don't want to do that. And then castle. All right, so black castle and then queen C2. Now, guys, um, Saemisch actually goes queen C7. So I don't know if he missed this move. I don't know if he was overlooking something. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe I feel like, and even Frederick, David Janowski, even he didn't. It's like he didn't see the move. He goes H4. Now I don't know, guys. I don't know because bishop captures F6 would have seemed like the move to play. Because obviously, if you take with this, you get bishop captures H7 check. So why they didn't play that, I'm not really sure why they didn't play that. And maybe y'all know something that I don't know. I don't know why, but I thought that was the move to play. But I kind of also was thinking of maybe um Janowski played H4 because maybe he wanted a more of a suffice attack and not just winning a pawn. Maybe he wanted to use all his pieces together. I'm not really sure, but let's check it out. So H4, H6. H6 doesn't really do nothing. He goes on Queen D2. So I think maybe this is what he had in mind. I don't think he just wanted just to win the knight and he didn't win a knight, but you just exchanged a piece in order to win just a pawn. I think he just really wanted a more sufficient attack, which is really what I believe. I don't think he missed it. I just think he just really wanted a better attack, which is what he's doing now. So, because he's already threatening bishop captures a6. All right, so Saemisch actually goes knight g4, and I think this was a mistake. And the reason why I say this is because I believe in this principle, and I say it in a lot of my videos. If you have three or more pieces surrounding your king, most likely you're going to have a tactical advantage. You may be able to sacrifice a piece, or you may surround your king or surround your opponent's king to where you may actually have a mating pattern coming up. So but if you're in a position where you feel like you're being under attack and your opponent's pieces is really coming with all the artillery and everything, then you have to extinguish the attack. You either got to counterplay, you either got to have some type of counter attack, or you got to extinguish the attack somehow and defend very well. So to me personally, I would have chose knight d5 for me. And I'm gonna tell you why I say knight d5. I say knight d5 is because I know this is a very powerful piece right now because I already know he's gonna want to maybe sacrifice on at least for me. Because the thing is, you got to think not only like your opponent, especially for me because I'm an attacking player. So I'm not only thinking about how I would attack, but I'm also thinking if my opponent was a great defender, like how would I defend? So these are something I'm looking at. So like I will go knight d5 because I think even with this move, you want to put your piece in the center where you can actually control the center of the board somehow with your pieces. And what's best to do with it is with a knight. But at the same time, I have a dark square bishop that I'm also trying to exchange so that I can extinguish. Because right now it looks like white has like a bunch of flames and it's coming closer and it's getting bigger. And in order for it to not get bigger, I gotta extinguish it with a fire extinguisher. So what best to do that is to extinguish all white's artillery and everything and try to change all the pieces down so that the attack may not be so powerful or may not become so powerful. So that was my thinking. So that's why I was thinking of knight d5. So even if, like I said, even if bishop catches a6, as a defender, probably knight b4. And the reason why knight b4 is because I want to take away the light square bishop because in the future that's going to be very powerful, especially with two bishops. There are like two missiles like caving in on an enemy's attack. So I want to get rid of this light square bishop. But also, not only am I trying to attack the dark square bishop, I'm also threatening to a point where he can't take my knight either. So, like for instance, if C catches B4, then you have bishop catches B4, and now this queen is trapped. The queen is pinned. The queen is going to be lost, and black is going to automatically win this game regardless. So, and this is what I'm talking about, like counterattack, like finding the right ideas to like extinguish, your opponent's attack and everything. So this is what I'm talking about. So knight b4, bishop b4. And if it was me, this is what I'll do. I'll go bishop b4 because I'm not giving away my light square bishop. And that's one of the principles. Anytime you're attacking, you got a powerful piece that's attacking. You do not want to exchange those pieces. Unless you're in a position where you put yourself in a position where you actually have to exchange those pieces, then obviously that's a different story. But if you have a chance where you can save that powerful piece and still use that attack, do not exchange your power at all. Do not exchange your attacking piece, especially when the king is in trouble. So yeah, so after bishop b4, queen catches c4, right? But then 95 will come. You get a tempo. 95. And yes, he wins a piece. He wins the knight or whatever, but it's fine because, you know, you got to find the attack or whatever. You got to do something. So 95, queen c7, rook h3. The whole point of rook h3 is to bring this rook to g3. And we're already doing some attack. So the best defense, which I think in this position, would be f5. It would have to be f5. I really believe this. Again, this really takes a lot of calculation when you're attacking your opponent's king, and I want to make this like so long or whatever things like that because I want to finish this game. But it's just certain things that I just really want y'all to look at because you really gotta imagine like a lot of things that Janowski was thinking in his mind. Um, so even as f5, bishop catches g7. So the bishop catches g7, rook f7, and obviously the king don't want to take the bishop because if he takes rook g3 check, you don't want to go king f6 because this is checkmate. You don't want to go to h8 because this would be checkmate. So the best defense move would actually be uh, h6, right? And then you have rook g6 because now you're already threatening queen h6 checkmate. And it looks like there's no way you can stop it, but you can. You can go f4, but even after rook captures e6 check, you have the discover check right here. And then if you go if the king goes g6, you got rook g6 check. If you go king h8, then you may have queen d1, which is also pretty great. And then if you go f3, then I'm pretty sure you have what is that? Rook a6 check. If he goes, I want to say it's g7 h7. Yeah, because you don't want to go here because I think you'll really be asking for trouble. But I think after g8, then you might have queen h6, or I'm sorry, not queen h6. G captures f3. You just go g captures f3. That's what I would do. And then after knight captures c3, you may have to go queen d2. I'm pretty sure of it. And then maybe queen d6, bishop g6. And I think after this is queen f6 and then queen a6. I think this is I think after this white wins this after this. I think this is yeah, I think this is a winner. And the only way you could kind of really I feel like the only way you could really stop everything is probably maybe knight c2 check, because then after you take, then you'll have to go queen captures a6 and you just exchange. But it's still pretty crazy. But I'll let y'all look at that and everything. We're going to get back to the game. I'll let y'all analyze that yourself. So it gets pretty crazy. But anyway, like I said, the opponent, same as goes knight g4. So then bishop f4 is played, and then after d6, knight e3 is played, and then knight catches e3, then queen catches e3, and then h5. So now with h5, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even sure why h5 was really played. I don't really actually I do know. Usually when h5 is played, you could usually go g6 to get that pawn formation. Because in the end game principle, it's good to have this formation, that nice formation. But this is not what happened. Rook h3 is played, and then e5 is played. D catches e5, knight catches e5, knight catches e5, D catches e5, bishop catches e5, and then bishop d6. So guys, usually I will let y'all pause the video and try to figure out what they did, but I'm pretty sure you could probably see the notations. But if you can't, I'm gonna just take the chance. But don't cheat. Don't look at my notations. I give y'all 3 seconds to figure it out. If you need to pause the video to figure out what move that Janowski played to win this game. All right, guys. If y'all like some tactical genius, if y'all seen this move, Queen A6, you are correct. I think this was a beautiful finisher right here. This was a beautiful finisher. The reason why this is so beautiful is because if G catches A6, then Rook G3 is mate. Another thing is okay, if Bishop catches E5, then you get your Queen A7 checkmate, which is also a great move as well. So yes, he could have Samus could have made this game longer. He could have just played the move f6. He could have just played that and everything. Um I think maybe this would have been, I don't know. I think this would have been a move to play if you wanted to make it longer. But this kind of still loses though. Queen h7 check. King f7. Bishop captures on d6. And you may get a move like rook a e8 check, king f1, and then queen captures d6. And then it's bishop g6 check, king e7, queen captures g7 check. It's king d8. Yes, we can actually take this rook. We could definitely take the rook. But this light square bishop seems pretty powerful and everything, so we might as well just be up a piece. So the best thing to do is actually take a piece where you can actually win the piece and not just exchange a piece. Whereas, for instance, y'all, let me give y'all an example, and this is just a principle for y'all to really be aware of. If you could win a free piece, win the free piece. Now, if you're looking at just taking a rook, yes, you can take, but then you get something like I don't know, like a queen c6 or something, and it becomes pretty crazy, y'all. So the principle, you want to win the piece. If you can win the free piece, then win that free piece. It's the way to go. But yes, definitely in this position, Black lost his position. He resigned after the queen h6, so it was pretty crazy. So guys, I hope y'all actually enjoyed this video. Please like, please share, please comment. Definitely let me know what you think of this video. And again, I hope y'all really enjoyed my introduction video. So like I said, I'll be doing some more creative things with it. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. And again, if y'all got any other questions for me, definitely hit me up. Y'all can hit me up in leadchess.org. Y'all can hit me up on my Facebook. Y'all will see pretty much all my information at the end of this video. After it's over, you'll see all my chess.com username and my lead chess username.com. And also, if you check the description box, you will see the chessmove.com link where you will actually be able to join for free. But if you want all the Grandmasters courses and to really get the full study of it, definitely join in. And I think it's only like $29, which is really cheap. And it's $29 for a month or $29 per month. And you can actually talk to real life grandmasters even on a group and everything. And that's what I'm a part of. In my last video, I actually showed that I'm actually a part of it. I actually have a coach. I'm still to this day going through all the courses. It's a lot or whatever, but I'm still training hard for it to be better than what I am today. And also because I'm trying to be a title player as well. My goal is to be a grandmaster. But I'm still gotta study a lot of other things throughout the course and stuff to get me there. So just gotta have a determination. So if y'all really trying to get better, like in series as me, then definitely join chessmove.com and definitely get in there. And also y'all, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification, all right? Peace.